Welcome to Caldwell County Today. I'm Paige Counts, Public Information Officer for Caldwell County. Today, we have the privilege of taking you on a tour of the Bluebell building to see the renovations and inside some of the apartments. So we hope you'll join us on this tour. Tell us a little bit about where we are right now.
Well, we're in what was at the Bluebell, former Bluebell garment manufacturing facility here in Lenoir on College Avenue. And I think this building was, I guess, an office of some sort. I mean, as I told you earlier, when we came here, there was no roof on this, so it was just a shell. But it was an adjunct office to the mill, which began around 1902. The newer wing was added on during the war, I would say early 40s. The active manufacturing continued until about the mid 80s when it went out of use. It was dormant for a while, and then it was bought by a couple of sisters whose mother had worked here. And for the last 8 or 9 years before we bought it in 2018, it was the upstairs was used as an active flea market.
What brought you to Lenoir?
Well, my partner Tom Neiman and I both have historic preservation experience. Tom, particularly with mills in North Carolina, mine in the States. Was in Memphis with a project called Court Square Center, but we were looking for a mill, and Preservation North Carolina sent us here. We had worked with them trying to find a mill that needed to be saved and was savable, and Preservation North Carolina sent us to Lenoir in April of 2016.
What projects are complete at this point? Because you explained earlier this is a multi-building campus. So is everything complete, or are you still working on part of it?
Bluebell, the Bluebell is phase one of what we consider 2 and possibly 3 phases. The second phase encompasses the former steel cotton mill. You may know it as Boss Lumber. But whereas this is the Bluebell is 46 units, we have drawn the steel is 65, and then also in phase 2 will be the former freight station depot. They were making garments here. This was not a spinning or a fabric production mill. They were making garments. It was what is called in the industry cut and sew operation. So that was off the boiler that drove that chimney, and the boiler was a double height room, probably 30 feet high. It's a spectacular apartment. You know, they had to get in there and they had to blowtorch it in pieces and take it out. Barger Ash had to take the entire roof off to get it out. These windows. So we were talking about the requirements, the standards of the National Park Service. You notice these windows here, and you notice them here. So we're looking into people's bedrooms, but we have shading. But what you see is the frames. The Park Service wanted those window frames to be exactly as they were originally. And we couldn't put drywall there. We couldn't put clouded or shaded glass. They had to be clear because that's the way the windows were. So that determines the depth of the units on that side. On this side, the Park Service wanted this column row to be seen in the public space. So that determines the depth on this side. Now there's another row of columns inside these units. I mean, sometimes they appear in the kitchen, sometimes they appear in the closets, no matter where they are, but these are in the public space.
Right, okay, so everything on the left-hand side, you've got hardwood floors, okay? And everything on the right side has where Bluebell came in 1948 and added concrete slabs and extended this building. Where this used to be the outside of the building, that's right here. right? Okay, so yes, it's in bedrooms, just bedroom window, bedroom window. Over here with the concrete units, you get bigger kitchens, smaller bedrooms. Over here with the hardwood floors, you get bigger bedrooms and smaller kitchens because we have 46 apartments and 43 floor plans. So they're all different.
There's no cookie cutter.
We do not do cookie cutter.
We talked earlier about the skylights and the light wells. And these 15 penetrations in the roof, 5 groups of 3, were approved by the National Park Service, as were these light wells, which brings the natural light into the lower level. And it creates this monumental space. Here is a photograph from when they were at a trade show. And you see Bluebell, world's largest producer of work clothes. Now, I think this was one of about 6 plants nationally. But you see the ladies. This was the original logo, which we got permission to be able to use. The sign out front.
What are the numbers on the floors?
Well, great. Look. All right, so you look at this shot, and this is where we are. We're right in the hallway here. You see it. Here are their bins. You see 322. You see 314. And this is, and we wanted to preserve these, you know, in that floor. And so Shannon wisely taped around and protected them from sanding, and because we wanted to keep them. And you can see where they're available down there, still visible.
You can see them in the hallways, and
Yeah.
they're also inside the apartments.
This floor is the original floor from 1902. I mean, obviously, these are patches, but basically about 85% of it was usable and savable. I mean, but this is a very good presentation of kind of what was going on and where we are. So this wall is inside this unit, and this is this column grid right here. Right here.
Come on in. Okay, so immediately on the right you have a bedroom. It's going to be the guest bedroom is what that's considered. Okay, so yeah, this unit, go ahead. All right, so it does like a bathroom here, and it has a small closet right here. This is an example of one of my units that are unique. Normally it does a bedroom, bathroom, walk-in closet combo. Okay, you guys would love the size of these closets. I'm so in love with the size of the closets. But this particular one, this is the guest bedroom, so it has kind of a smaller closet. All right, so then I have my AC closet here, and then I have brand new GE appliances, fully equipped, everything in this unit, okay? That is one of the things that everyone is loving, is that no one has ever lived in the building before, and it has all brand new appliances and counters and countertops that's never been used. Then I'm also providing brand new washing machine and dryers in all the units. So in this particular one, here's an example of like the washing machine and dryer closet, okay, which are in the hallway, laundry room. Good?
Absolutely. So
okay.
This floor, I mean, this is the way it was. I mean, we basically buffed it and sealed it. And this is the way it was. The windows have been reconditioned with thermopane glass.
Yes, so it's got the original push-out windows from the 40s, which that is a big, can't you just see plants right here? So many plants. It's perfect for that.
On the industrial pivot right there.
And then, yep, you got it. This is my master bedroom here. So like this particular unit is 1,010 square feet, okay? So, and it's a 2-bedroom. And then in here is my nice subway tile shower with the glass doors that everyone is loving so much. Yes, so it's got the subway tile shower and the glass barn door. And then, like, here's an example of a walk-in closet, a small walk-in closet compared to the other ones, which it's huge. I tell people you can put your clothes in here and your dresser. So this is my guest bedroom with your fully operational barn door. So down here I have like this big grand space, which we played with different ideas of what we were going to do with. We still hadn't figured it out quite yet. That's what Bluebell looked like when it was Bluebell Inc., the Lenore plant. Everybody loves this picture, and it really illustrates everything that Bluebell was and says Caldwell County. Both of these at the end are wonderful pictures. And this is where my secondary entrance is down here, okay? So like we came in down here, depending on where you live at, and then I also have side parking over here with the controlled access and everything. So yes, in the research I've done, Bluebell Manufacturing was one of the only places you could get a job as a female for decades, for like counties around here. That's a big part of the reason they were 95% female. And as you can see, they had a beautiful sign outside. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys apartment number 111, which like he said, it's our only 2-story unit. It's very special. It has the fire egress stairs in it from the Lenore Cotton Mill. So come on in. Okay. So this, like we said, is a 2-story unit. It is literally 2 apartments in one. This is considered the master bedroom, okay? So that you have an entrance downstairs. You have 3 entrances in this apartment. Everything on the bottom floor has a private entrance and patio and like patio balcony space, okay? And so you have that entrance, you have the entrance from the hallway downstairs, and you have this entrance as well. So this particular unit has 3 bathrooms and 3 entrances. So this is the master with its own little entrance. And it, of course, has the barn door on it, okay, for privacy. And then I have my his and her closets, okay, which is actually one long closet. It just is deceiving. And then, of course, it has a full bathroom. Everything that's 2-bedroom has 2 full bathrooms, all of them, okay? So if you guys want to come this way, and I will show you the rest of the unit. See, here's where I have some more numbers, okay? So we had a sewing station right here. Yep, so here is where I have my washer and dryer in this particular unit. And what this one has, I only have 3 of on the whole property, is a bathtub. All of my bathrooms have showers in them, and this one I have a bathtub, full bathroom in the hallway. That's how you get 3 bathrooms with this unit. And then this would be like the living space, okay? And, or office, whatever you chose. And then I have my emergency fire egress stairs here from the Lenore Cotton Mill, which we came in, they were boarded up, and we put these windows in and gave it some more light, and it's become a very nice space. But it is definitely a building worth saving. There's buildings like this worth saving all over the place. This one definitely was one. In fact, downstairs, when we get down here, I'm going to show you, we had a metal fire door, which was completely original and fully operational whenever we took over. We had to make it stationary, you know, for insurance purposes. But there's all kinds of buildings worth saving in this county and in this state for sure. This was a textile mill, and look at what we did with it. Luxury loft living. So much space. So this one is 1,721 square feet.
Wow.
Okay, so like I was telling you before, everything on the bottom has a private patio outside and entrance. Okay, so that's what this is right here. And we have the nice brown out curtains on every part, you know, that you're getting the natural light in, so it can be however bright or dim you prefer. This is my kitchen, okay, which just like the other ones comes fully equipped with brand new GE everything in it, okay. So down here, it's like 2 full apartments. You have the 1-bedroom upstairs and the full bathroom, and then down here is like where you have the kitchen and dining room area, okay. I do want to show you what out here looks like so that you can see everybody's patios, okay. Okay, so like here, if you take a shot down here, for every apartment there is door, window, door, window, door, window, so that everybody has their own individual space. And Mr. Lawson was talking earlier about things that the Preservation Society would and wouldn't let us do. Privacy separators is an example of something we could not put up because it's not historically accurate. or like tint on the windows is one of the things he was talking about. We couldn't do anything like that, so we had to do the nice brown out curtains. But yes, there's lots of space. There's different square footages, and then they're all the way down the back of the building. Like I said, everything on the bottom gets private entrance, private patio. I got my AC unit, extra linen closet in this particular unit. And then this would be considered, and of course I have the nice barn door on this one too. This is considered the guest. And this is an example where it does do the bedroom, bathroom, walk-in closet combo. So, yes, it was a big master upstairs. This one is considered the guest, and I have the nice curved shower rod, and this is what their other showers look like. Little built-in linen closet, towel rack there. Here's an example of a closet that still has a support beam in it. You will find them everywhere. They're in some apartments and not in others. We just kind of left them, and they worked out really well. If this was your apartment, you would have stuff stuck all to this. You'd be so glad it was here to bring light down here. Before we took the building over, it was just very dark because it didn't have a lot of natural light, and the windows had been boarded up for a while. In fact, I will show you a picture down here. We'll go this way. Of what it looked like when we very first started, when all we had done was cut away all the overgrowth and everything. And it's just miraculous how far we've come. So upstairs you saw all black and white source material of people who worked here, people from the museum, things that Yorke was talking about him and Roger found locally. Then down here we have pictures of the renovation before, during, and after some of the different phases that we went through, okay? So like here, he was talking about the support beams. This is before we put up any of the sheetrock, before we've done anything. The windows aren't even here yet. It's just the hardwood floor. And then this is where the windows were in, and the concrete is on the other side of this wall. And that's what this one here too is. So as you can see, yeah, the light wells made all the difference in the world, and it really opened it up down here. And then let me show you what I have. Everything over here is an apartment, and then everything on this side is going to be where we have our extra storage cages that we provided, one of our amenities. They're on site, they're climate controlled, and they're right here where you live. You don't have to go anywhere. This is where we have our storage cages. Okay, so you just have, I have a code on it, access code for residents. So, and then I've got, this is an example of one of my smaller ones. They're 5x8 cages that you can add onto your rent for $60 more a month, okay? And like we said before, they're climate controlled and they're on site. They're right here where you live. You can't beat it. All right, so this apartment is one of my one-bedroom units. I have several apartments here at Bluebell that have like a special bonus alcove or bonus bricked room where the building was already existing and we worked with what we had. This is an example of one of them, okay? So if you come on in, the doors are naturally weighted, so when you're coming in your house with your groceries, you don't have to worry about closing it behind you. It'll do that automatically. Okay. It does, yes. Okay, and so then you have the long hallway. You'll see that theme pretty regularly throughout Bluebell. Oh. Okay, so this apartment is 828 square feet, so it has a larger living space than some of my other one bedrooms, and it's on the bottom floor, so it has the all nice concrete floors. It's very, very energy efficient for sure. So you'll see that what you don't have is the patio right here, because instead you get this awesome like little bonus mud room that I'm going to show you. So you get like this little extra space here, and then you have this little like cutaway that you could do anything with, a tiny office, a small room for horticulture. The gentleman that just moved out of this apartment played the conga drums, and this is where he sat and played his drums, which was good, natural echo and all of that. So lots of uses for the room. And then, you know, you have the private entrance there behind you, and you just go right out, and it's like a little mud room in this particular unit. USB on the outlets in the kitchen and underneath the bar, and one in every bedroom that he puts, so it's easy to plug in. Lots of little details like that, and little things you don't notice that the architects did such a brilliant job of maintaining the space. Like you have the little cutaways, like that one right there was, or in some of my unique units where the floor plans are different, just the way that they utilize the space that was already here. I mean, it blows my mind all the time. Their boiler room unit shares a wall with the smokestack, and like this one has a small bonus room. It has a rather large bonus room that used to be the Lenore Chapel, was always the Lenore Chapel. When it was Bluebell, when it was the Lenore Cotton Mill, from what I understand, it remained that until we renovated this building. So it has, that's how it has 2,089 square feet, the mezzanine unit does. So you get to see it from the outside. Started leasing on December 15th, and every apartment on the bottom with the private entrances was leased before January 15th. And when we started leasing December 15th, I started walking people through around November 15th, and I had them all occupied by April. So there was a major, major need in this -1 in this area to fulfill the growing, to fulfill the amount of recruitment that is going on in this area, and to bring a product that Lenore has never seen before to this area. I mean, they filled up like hotcakes. And we're pet friendly, right? So everybody who had like a rather large pet took up the bottom. They're loving the private entrances and all of that. So, yep. All right, so come right down here and I will show you guys the fitness center. So yes, I have 14 pieces of equipment in here. I'm told I have everything you could imagine. The mirrors that we're going to put on the wall are one of the things that keep getting back ordered. We were talking earlier about the supply chain. But other than that, yes, so I've got all the equipment in here now. From the rowing machine and everything is like a tech-savvy equipment. And so then we have 2 entrances inside and an exterior entrance. When we were outside at the leasing office and you saw those, like, it looked like tiny balconies, like right there with the separators, and then the stairs you come down right here. You can access the fitness center 24 hours a day. This staircase is one of the things that the Historical Preservation Society wanted us to keep exactly the way it was. They did allow us to put this extra support beam here and paint it white, but this is an example of something they said, this is what you can do, this is what you can't do, this is where we need the uniformity at. So then I have this extra emergency stairs for my cutaway apartments here, and then I have an extra entrance down here. So this is when we very first cut it off, after we lost the building, before we graded for the patios, you see? And right here is right here. It has come so very far. Come around out of the elevator on the bottom, right by the fitness center. I have a long hallway in some of my cutaway apartments, and then I'll take you outside and show you what the boiler room unit looks like from the outside, my one that's 30 feet tall. This is the boiler room unit right here. All of these windows are in that boiler room unit, and then they do the same thing on the opposite wall. So that's one unit. That's my one that's 2,089 square feet, and it had that water boiler in it. This is the room I was telling you was the Lenore Cotton Mill, okay? You just see it from the outside here, and we put a new roof on it. But so now what it is a beautifully all brick enclosed office with tons of natural light in there. And then their bedroom, there's a bedroom downstairs and a full bathroom and the biggest kitchen we have on the property. And then there's also the mezzanine level is considered a bedroom. So down here, this bedroom shares a wall with the smokestack, which everybody thinks is really cool. So at Bluebell, what we don't do is cookie cutter. What we have is 46 apartments and 43 floor plans. They're all different. You don't have the same apartment as your neighbor. Each one is a different square footage. Each one is a different floor plan. The only thing they have in common is most of them, but again, not all, do the long hallway and you walk immediately. You have a bedroom on the left or right when you walk in, and then it extends open. But each one of them is different. One of the number one questions I get asked is, how much is it? How much is the 1 bedroom? How much is the 2 bedroom? Well, it varies. Do you want the 1 bedroom that's only 700 square feet, or do you want the 1 bedroom that's 1,800 square feet? Because there's a price difference, right? So the square footage depends on how much they are, and the floor plan and the layout, because again, they're all so different.